Hey everyone, I'm so excited to have you join us today. If you enjoy, you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's video, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. We're building an awesome community here, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. You have received a hidden subquest. Rio, immediately check the subquest. Subquest is advance before the voting time. Acquire the advancement item and obtain the class. With successful daily item, 50% sale ticket. The people who see subquest for the first time usually get confused. They'd probably think, acquire a job item? How do I get it? What's the benefit of getting a job? Everyone knows getting a class is great, but the problem is that no one knows how to obtain this advancement item. Advancement items can usually only be obtained after meeting special conditions. Warriors need to raise their straight to at least 10 and kill 30 monsters. Within the same hour, they obtain their advancement item. Berserkers need to hunt for a period of time while bleeding. Assassins need to successfully backstab monsters, multiply items, meaning one needs to accomplish actions related to their class to obtain their advancement item. And he kept saying, "At first I also repeatedly tracked down monsters and ran away from them in the forest. This got me the Hunter class, but after learning of the Reaper class, I just stuck with it." Rio took out the Angel's Blood from his inventory and recited the activation word. Light bursts forth from the Angel's Blood, and a message appeared before his eyes. "You have used an advancement item. Your class cannot be changed, so select with caution. Will you advance to the class Reaper?" Rid said, "I don't even need to think about this." Then he chose yes. At that moment, Rio's body shone in a golden light. The intense light was enough to blind him, but it lasted only for a moment. The message appeared in his mind as if nothing had happened. "You have advanced to the class Reaper. As an advancement reward, you have obtained the Reaper rune. The obtained rune has automatically been imprinted into the player's body. He received a weapon, a rune, and a skill as a job change rewards. Whoever that wasn't the only good news. Your rank has increased from beginner to apprentice. You have completed a subquest." There are several ranks in the game. Grandmaster level 99, Master level 60, Expert level 40, Regular level 20, Apprentice level 10, Beginner level 1. Ranking up at various benefits. New job skills were acquired and existing skills were strengthened. Lock futures called be released, and players could wear better items than they could before. However, if you don't change your job, you'll be stuck at the beginner level forever. That's why changing jobs was an essential element for growth. Many rewards were received, but the message was not yet over. The first job changer reward was yet to be obtained. It has been confirmed that the player is the first job changer. As a reward for obtaining the title First Job Changer, you have received a random gold pouch. And also as reward for obtaining the first job changer, you learned the neutral skill tracking as the first advancement's reward. Rio said, "Since I got a 20,000 gold skill, should I test it?" To use the skill, he must imagine the person's face and nickname as well. The message appeared. Nickname and face match. Tracking the target's location. Confirmed player Ryu Min's. Location, 190 meters from the target. To track the target, follow the arrow in front of you. Rio said, 190 meters? Does that mean he also entered the forest? It was 2 kilometers away in the previous attempt. Should I go take a peek? Arin and Sangcheol are running and breathing hard. Arin fell to the ground and she said, "I can't run anymore. My leg hurt too much." Sangcheol, who next to her, was also panting, but he knew there was no time to rest and said, "Arin, we have to keep moving. If we get caught by them, you need to stand ever if it hurts." She said, "The place I got hit with an arrow feels like it's burning." Sangcheol replied, "It's only a theory, but even if you get hunt in this world, your body in the real world should be the same. If you can just survive here somehow, you will be able to return home." Got it. I try to hold it in. And then happened. Where do you think you're going with that body? The pursuers who had been chasing them finally caught up. Sangcheol said silently, "Damn it, we got caught because of this damned bitch." Do I have no choice but to fight now? Ryumin said, You want to fight us? Look at us with your eyes. Don't you say how many are here. Ryumin and 3 others held weapons and glared at them. One of them even had a bow, giving them upper hand. They were already tired from running away and being wondered. It seemed best to avoid a direct confrontation. Sangcheol asked, Just why are you doing this? What did we do to you? Of course, you guys didn't do anything. Then why did you attack us of nowhere? Ryumin chuckled and said, Just want something, the girl next to you. We don't care about a man like you. It's just Seo Aren. His friends began to wonder. But is that really Seo Aren? Can't you tell? Her nickname and face just say Seo Aren. It could be someone else trying to imitate her because they want to be like her. Aren was shocked by hearing that. Ryumin said, If you leave Aren here, I'll let you go, old man. How about it? Sangcheol getting his teeth at Ryumin's proposal. He could clearly see their intentions. You should have said Aren was your target from the start. If you did, I would have left her without a second thought. I don't intend on dying because of that woman, but there's one problem. If I can't protect Aren, I'll disappoint Director. Sangcheol tightened his grip on his sword. Ryumin said, Old man, what's the stance? You want to fight? Sangcheol said, Don't you know that what you're doing right now is criminal? Ryumin started laughing and said, Criminal? That's a funny one. What laws are there here? Well, are you going to report me when you go back to real life? Yeah, try it. What proof do you have? This might not even be my face. Sangcheol said silently. He's pissing me off, but he's correct. I don't think he'll back down with it just words. I have no choice but to fight with my damaged body. Sangcheol was about to move his body when Black Scythe appeared from behind a tree. Ryumin was totally taken aback when the Black Scythe appeared. What the heck? Why is this guy here? He wondered to himself. Ryo said, What are you doing here? Ryumin replied, Bro, how about you just keep going on your way? Ryo said coldly, I wasn't asking you. The Black Scythe said, turning his gaze towards Sangcheol, I'm asking you, what's the situation? Those guys were aiming for Mizarine and ambushed us. I will be in your debt if you help us, Mr. Black Scythe. Ryo looked at Ryumin and said, Is what he's saying true? Who cares if it's true or not? Just go on your way, it's not your business. Ryo said, What do you mean? These are people I know. Ryumin said, frightened, What are you trying to do? Ryo took out his long scythe and said, I can't just let a wounded person be. Ryo said silently, Well, it's not like it doesn't benefit me. I hope it'll give you, my Yunrock, a good impression of me. If I conglomerate like him owes me, then the reward will have a snowball effect, and I'll be repaid with a much greater fever. There's also the fact that I just don't like those bastards. Ryumin was at the loss for words and said, What are you doing? I kill you if you take another step closer. Ryo smirked. What's the problem? Do you want to fight me? Ryumin thought to himself, Damn, what do you think you're saying? You tore apart the goblin in an instant, and you took the top rank last. Would you want to fight such a monsters in my position? Despite having the rune of strength, Ryumin didn't want to face the Black Scythe. Above all, he is holding a creepy weapon. Ryo said, Be honest with me if you don't want to fight. Ryumin replied, Will you just let me go if I'm honest? Ryo said, I'll consider it if you get on your knees and earnestly beg for your life. Ryumin's eyebrows switched at the insulting remark to his pride, and he said, Are you asking me to humiliate myself? When my friends are watching and in front of Orin, I don't want to fight you if I can avoid it, but you're really pissing me off, you son of a bitch. Wait, aren't I strong enough to break a wall with my bare hands? If I'm lucky, I might even be able to send Black Scythe or wherever flying in just one punch. Determined to fight back, and he loosened his fits joints and approached step by step. Then he said, You're crossing the line, you bastard! What did you want me to do? Get on my knees and earnestly beg? Do you want to die? While he approached step by step, he said, I'll naturally close the distance like this. Then I punch him straight in the face. Not even he will be able to survive that. There's no way a human could endure something that could break a brick wall, right? Ryo had suddenly put his scythe away in his inventory. Ryumin asked, "What are you doing?" Ryo replied. "It's a bit unfair if you come at me barehanded and I'm the only one with a weapon, right? Winning that easily would be boring." Ryumin said, "You are being completely ridiculous." Ryo suddenly rushed in. Ryumin was startled, but only for a moment. Then he said, "Stupid! You put away your weapon and exposed your hand?" He swung his fist, but Ryo avoided it. Ryumin I got hit on his stomach with a front kick and staggered. There was no time to curse, because Ryo's sidekick landed on his chin while he was dazed in pain. Pounding punches rained down on Ryumin's hands. He felt like getting hit by a Hummer each time. Ryumin said, "Is this bastard as strong as me? He shouldn't have a physical straight rune like mine. How is his so strong?" Ryumin, he couldn't even believe a ridiculous thought like that. He couldn't think because he was hit 6 times without being able to land a single punch. His friends realized too late that something was wrong and drew their weapons. The one with a bow protested, but Ryo was not the one to be hit by a blind arrow. He dodged it lightly, thunder run towards him. Ryo said, "I suppose you got lucky while hunting monsters and received a bow, right?" Suddenly, Ryo was standing in front of the enemy with a sickle raised above his head and said, "It's unfortunately that you met me." As he swung it down, the arm holding the bow was severed. Then he fell screaming in pain. Ryumin's friends rushed into attack. Ryo smiled, and he used skill called Insignia of Death. As soon as he got closer, Ryo swung the sickle downward. The person standing in front of him was hit, and his legs were cut off. Then he fell down screaming. The person following behind him was startled and stopped. At that moment, Ryo flew through the gap between them and said, "Attacking me with a weapon means you have at least a bit of resolve, right?" Without waiting for an answer, Ryo's sickle immediately traced a curve. The arms of the 4 opponents who were gathered together slipped off like butter. Ryo said silently, "As expected of Insignia of Death, it has a 2x damage buff, so I can even cut armor in one go." It didn't take long for Ryo to subdue them. Ryo continued to say, "Disease too easy, but I can't end things here. I have no instill fear so that they can't come crawling after me ever again." お前はもう死んでいる。